Hi, good morning or good afternoon, whenever you get this. This is going to be just a simple 10 or so minute sequence that you can come to in the morning if you want to incorporate a daily stretch routine. So these are just a couple of ideas. You can start and stop wherever you please. And at least to begin, I encourage having a block to sit on, or you can use a pillow, or you can use a folded up blanket. So whatever is most accessible and most comfortable for you. But I'll start with a block because that's what I have here. So just to begin, you'll come seated on the block. So you see it's behind me. I'm just gonna come to a simple cross-legged seat. One of your shins in front, it doesn't matter, we will switch sides. So take a moment here to center. So close your eyes and become the observer of your breath, of your body, of any sensations going on internally. You don't necessarily have to change anything about it. You're just here to see and check in with where you are today and from where you're starting. And then you'll slowly start to deepen your inhales. Slowly start deepening your exhales. And as you're doing this, can you lift up through the crown of the head more, dropping your shoulders, coming to a nice tall stacked spine. And keep the eyes closed or soft. Always allow yourself at least 30 seconds in the beginning to kind of check in, because every day is different. You're starting from a different place, and it's helpful to honor that place before starting your stretch routine. Good. So you can blink your eyes open, and you'll take your hands, I'll switch, you can say, you'll take your hands interlocked behind your back, fingers interlocked, and then you'll slip your fist over to the left hip. And you'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Good. And just breathe. You can move your chin around any amount, so if you want to tilt it down or tilt it up a little bit so you can access any noticeably tense or tight areas on the right side of your neck. And just hang out here for a moment, breathing, softening into the hold, but all the while keeping the spine stacked and the breath rhythmic and fluid. Good, and now you'll drop your chin to the chest as you take your fists up and over to the opposite hip. So this would be my right hip. Lift the chin, and then you'll drop right ear to right shoulder. Close your eyes here and just breathe. And again, moving your chin around any amount in any particular direction so you can find that sweet spot where you might need some extra attention, and just stay here. Okay, and now release. And you'll take your hands interlocked behind the base of the skull, and then drop the chin to the chest, draw your elbows together, and let your elbows drip down towards your legs, broadening through the upper back and the neck. And keeping your hands interlocked, you can slowly lift your chin, extend your elbows in opposite directions, broaden through your collarbone, and take a deep breath in through your nose, and a forceful breath out through your mouth. Perfect. And then you'll lower fingertips down to either side of your hips. Spine is stacked. Roll the shoulders back and under. And as you inhale, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Touch your palms together. And as you exhale, take a twist over to one side. Dropping your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. As you exhale, just take a deeper twist. Maybe you start to turn your gaze back over your back shoulder. Good. And then as you inhale, come back through center, lift your arms, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, take a twist to the opposite side, dropping fingertips down to either side of your legs and hips, drawing shoulders down. Breathe in, find length. Breathe out, twist to the back. Inhale, come back to center, arms lift up. Exhale, drop the right fingertips down to the right hip. Take the left arm up and over the head. Good, so you'll stretch out from the left hip crease, waist, and then if your left shoulder is creeping up to your ear, just gently pull it away from you and kind of pinch your shoulder blades together behind the back. Perfect. Come back through center, dropping left hand to left side of the hip, right arm comes up and over. Anchoring down through your hips. Good. And then come back to center. Reach your arms up one more time, find length. Exhale, take a hold of your knees with your palms, and you'll arch and round in towards your belly button on your exhale. And as you inhale, you'll roll your shoulders back and under, lift your chest, and broaden through your rib cage. As you breathe out, round and tuck. Tuck tailbone, tuck chin. Inhale, pinch shoulder blades together, broaden your heart, broaden your belly. 2 more times. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lift and open. 1 more time. This is a nice spine awakener. And inhale, find an open chest. And then you'll come back to a neutral spine. You'll extend the left leg straight out in front of you. Maybe off to the side a little bit. You'll take your belly button towards your thigh and you'll just walk your hands towards your ankle. So it doesn't have to touch. You'll flex through your extended foot. Lean forward and lead with the crown of the head. So how straight can you keep the spine, and can you fold from the hip crease instead of rounding? So you might only go a couple of inches, and that's fine as long as you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Pulling a little bit deeper. Okay, and then you'll walk it back up. Extend the right leg straight, bend the left knee in. And same thing, pivot so that your chest is square over your thigh and you'll just start to fold in half like a book. Walking it forward, forward, towards your toes, your right ankle is flexed. Relax your jaw. Work on keeping the chest square and the back flat. And if this is uncomfortable on the block, you can always slip the block out, but it should feel like it's giving you a bit more room to move. So now you'll rise, take the soles of the feet together into a butterfly, any amount. Your feet can be any distance from you. Work the inner thigh flesh to the outer thigh flesh with your hands, and then you'll gently hinge forward from the waist and fold. Only to your capacity, and then you can round. And remember to breathe, nice and fluid, in and out through your nose. Broadening the shoulders, broadening the upper back, feel the rib cage expand and contract with your breath. You'll walk it back. Extend your legs out in opposite directions into a wide V. The feet are flexed. Same thing, work that inner thigh to the outer thigh so that you can fold from the crease of the hip. Your legs are slightly active. Ankles are active. And then fingers can be behind you. You might not fold all the way, and that's fine. Or in front of you. If you feel like you're falling off of the block, you can scooch back a little bit, or you can remove it completely. And if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Nice. exhales to bring you more depth to the shape. Actively relax your face. Unhinge your jaw. Alright, and then you'll walk it back up. Take a hold of the outer thighs, crisscross your ankles, and you can lean forward on the block. If this is enough for you, you can send your hips back to your heels in a child's pose and just stay here for a couple rounds of breath. If you'd like to add a couple more stretches to your morning routine, you'll rise onto hands and knees and take a couple of cat-cows. So as you breathe in, the belly drops, the shoulders pinch, the chin lifts. As you breathe out, you'll round and tuck and actively push away with your hands and with your shins. Full breath in, articulate your heart forward, your belly down, flip your tail. As you exhale, round and tuck, push away, and get really small. Inhale, fill yourself up into a cow spine, drop your belly, feel your spine awakening. Exhale fully until you're totally empty, round and tuck. One more time. Inhale, drop belly, fill yourself up. As you exhale, round, tuck, and empty yourself. Stay here with a neutral spine. And if you want to use blocks, if you have 2 blocks, would be ideal. But if not, you can use 1. And you'll step the left foot forward. Hands can be inside of your left foot, and you'll just sink into your left knee. Feel that outer right hip curl forward, and feel the stretch in the front of your right thigh, and maybe even outside of your left thigh. Come back to your breath. Shoulders soft. Firm belly. Lean your hips back. Take your left knee next to your right knee, and your right foot will come forward just outside of the block or of the hand, and you'll sink low into your right knee this time. And then feel the stretch in the front of the left thigh. And if you feel your hips starting to open, can you pull in toward the midline? Draw the left outer hip forward and sink a little bit lower into front knee. And widen your pelvic floor. Good. And then you'll just walk it back. Your knees come together, or actually your knees will be about the distance of the hips. We'll finish off with one back bend. So you'll lift up, slide your hand to your lower back, tilt your tailbone ever so slightly, and you'll lift up, sorry, I'm cut off, but you'll lift up through your chest. Here, we'll fix that for a moment. Okay. Try to keep all of this bottom half stable. Draw shoulder blades and elbows together, lift the chest, lift the chin. Feel like you're being pulled by a string from the center of your heart space. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower your hips down. Send your arms forward, knees wide, child's pose. Good. And then you can stay here, breathing softly until you're ready to start your day. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to talk about. I'm here. Thank you.